How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's Pyramid, and today we're going to be looking at patch 0.3.1.0 for Grey Zone Warfare. If you're currently watching this video, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the 29th of May. This update came out 1 hour ago. So I'm not going to be doing like anything special in relation to this video. I just wanted to get a video out covering the new update. Now, this update is absolutely huge, covering things like AI user interfaces, some weapons changes, world changes, health system changes, animations, task and strike missions, custom servers, and loads of other fixes. And I'm basically just going to run down the list and talk about those things so that you guys have got a generally good understanding of what's new in Grey Zone Warfare. So first off, starting in AI, they fixed an issue where the AI navigation failed around specific doors in the starter towns. I've not really experienced that too much. Rare issues with AI NPCs glitching through closed doors, issues with AI NPCs twitching and sliding when walking over uneven terrain. In terms of user interfaces, fix an issue where mortar hits incorrectly spawned new conflict zones. Fix an issue where the death screen might display incorrect info under specific circumstances. This issue tends to come up when you'd recently been hit or you've come into contact with a PMC, then you get killed by an AI and it tells you that that PMC killed you. I have had that issue a few times. Fixed an issue where the weapon stats were not updated in real time, where a player has the weapon detail opened and gets shot. Fixed an intermission issue where the minimap stayed open after respawning. Improved the messenger UI for better clarity, that might be quite nice. Adjusted the scale of some items in the detail window. Fixed the maintenance notification message that incorrectly stated that the client was incompatible. Fixed the maintenance screen to be displayed to players in the game menu when the maintenance starts. Fixed a rare issue where the night was extremely dark under specific circumstances. I have had that issue happen a few times. Fixed excessive image noise when using NVGs with global illumination set to low. I personally haven't had global illumination set to low. However, further down in this changelog, there is a huge change to the NVGs, so we'll cover that in a moment. I haven't used 300 AAC blackout, but apparently they've fixed the incorrect text on that. Fixed the visibility of waypoints placed in the conflict zone. Interesting. In terms of weapons, gear, and weapon parts, fixed the incorrect inventory size of the M9A1 9x19mm 30-round magazine. Never used it. Fixed an issue that prevented attaching tactical devices to the BM-AKM accessory mount. Weapon modifiers that have no impact on the weapon stats are now hidden. Fixed the rear sight from clipping with the NVGs. That's handy. That was an issue, if you ever bothered putting on the NVGs, that is. Fixed missing water protection on the Exfil and LSHC1 Plus multicam helmets, which is quite nice. Hopefully you're not going to have that rain dripping down your face as much now. Fixed an issue where the iron sights were not updating properly when changing the iron sight state. I didn't know that you could do that. That's wild. I might have to have a look into this. Now this is huge. They have adjusted NVGs to have less visual noise and a brighter image. Decreased the zoom level. So before this, when you were using NVGs, the amount of noise on the NVGs was intolerable. You couldn't see. However, I will put a little clip up now of what the NVGs look like, and hot damn, they look great. Fixed an issue where raindrops outside of the NVG view were also highlighted. Fixed a missing string on the SVD MK1 handguard, bottom rear keymod slot. I don't think anybody cares about that. Fixed an issue where an incorrect language was displayed in the language selector, some localizations on the seasonal wipe screens. This is all localization. Missing localization on some of the parts of the custom server menu. I want to hear more about custom servers. I want to start one up so that we can do some cool little cutscenes and stuff. That would be kind of nice using the free cam. Fixed multiple minor localization issues. Fixed multiple instances of missing localization in-game settings. Fixed the incorrect localization of specific server names for the Spanish language. They've fixed an issue where the option to unlock doors with a key was missing when the game language was set to Italian. So if you're Italian, you can unlock doors now. Congratulations. In terms of the world, they have fixed a misplaced invisible collision in Fort Narith, fixed incorrect collisions of Clothline in Tigget Bay. I don't think they know what they're talking about. Fixed several minor incorrect collisions in the starter towns, fixed the position of several spawn points that were placed too close to the cops, fixed misplaced black trash containers around the world. There's lots and lots of world changes. I'm not going to go through all of these. There isn't a whole lot really that it's going to be particularly noticeable. There's a couple of impenetrable glass things that have been changed. So now in the HQ building at Fort Narith, you should be able to shoot through the glass. Adjusted the November 1 Julia 2 and Delta 1 LZs to provide more cover, because you were, in all fairness, dropping into an absolute shit show down there. In terms of health system and health screen, they fixed an issue where dragging other players and kicking doors didn't drain stamina. That's disappointing. Fixed an issue that caused energy and hydration to be drained in captured COPs. I didn't know that. Fixed an issue where a fatal wound was displayed incorrectly if a player first went into a coma and then was killed. Fixed an issue where wounds on body parts not protected with armor were displaying as stopped by armor. Animations, they've made some changes to some gun animations. I'm not going to go through all of these. Tasks and strike missions, they fixed the container location in the Muddy Buddy task. That's down in the confluence over by Kuvonska. Fixed an issue where the squad strike mission weapon redistribution couldn't be finished, which is nice because I have done that and couldn't finish it. They've changed the location of the task item required for the task King of the Crossroads so that it doesn't require a key. Failed an issue where... Failed an issue? Solved? Changed? I don't know. Where squad striker missions failed automatically if a member of the squad was dead when the squad leader accepted the mission. Okay, that's pretty good. Fixed an incorrect task notification after reconnecting to the server. They fixed task notifications for auto-accepted tasks that appeared every time players connected to a server. In terms of custom servers, they have fixed an issue where the invite code to a customer server got overwritten when switching tabs. Some other things, custom servers. We don't have custom servers yet. We can't seem to build them, make them, start them, buy them, rent them. Hopefully that's going to come soon. In terms of other fixes that are in the other fixes section, they fixed an issue causing occasional rubber banding when wading in water. That was an issue. I experienced that. Nice to be fixed. Fixed an issue that allowed items inside plate carriers to be manipulated during repairs. Fixed a VRAM leak during longer play sessions. Removed selected caps from Banshee's stock that were not intended to be for sale. Adjusted the range for mortar strike announcements. I didn't know that was a thing. I've never been close enough to mortars to receive the notification. Fixed an issue causing raindrops to appear black when falling on a car windshield. Fixed an issue where players couldn't rejoin a full server if they were kicked for inactivity. Fixed an issue that caused the Twitch rewards to be overwritten and displayed as if they already claimed if the player received other rewards before claiming them. Nice. Fixed a rare issue where the pain sound is played repeatedly under specific circumstances. That was kind of irritating if you ended up really injured and you had quite a lot of abdominal trauma. Your dude would just scream ouch repeatedly. The game will no longer be minimized when pressing the F11 key. This is good because Shift F11, if you didn't know, redeploys you. And if you were doing that, it would minimize your game. And they've adjusted the operator voice over volume level. So that is all the changes, minus a few in the world that I've kind of missed out. That is a really big patch, a really nice changelog for 3.1.0. Which kind of just polishes off the 0.3 patch, which, you know, hopefully now they're going to start focusing on some more of those quality of life improvements. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see them do in the next updates. Make sure that you subscribe to the video, drop it a like because it really, really helps. This is a new channel. I'm not really the biggest content creator. I like the idea of getting into it. So if you've got any questions, queries, suggestions, anything along those lines, please do let me know. I will reply to absolutely every comment. I'm more than happy to. One thing I'd like to see them implement is the ability, if you're traveling from point A to point B, you hit a keybind and the helicopter just shoots up into the air, deploys some ropes, and you can just deploy there and then. I think that would be incredible. But yeah, if you guys have got any suggestions, feel free to drop it in the comments. I'll get to you and we'll have a little chat about it. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Stay frosty, and I'll see you next time.